15:29 is the time on Millennium Radio, and so finally my guest is here, the person I was waiting for. His name is Dr. Jesus, and he's in the building, and so let's see how we can, interact all together. And so allow me to welcome my guest this afternoon, Dr. Jesus. Welcome, good afternoon, and good to see you.
Good afternoon, sir. Good to see you too. It's been bells.
How are you doing?
I'm doing so much great. Thank you so much. How are you doing too?
Awesome. And first things first, we want to know who Dr. Jesus is.
Okay, cool. Thank you so much. Dr. Jesus is an artist.
Mm-hmm.
Is a person who is a song composer, is an artist, is a choreographer, is a gospel rapper, in short. So Dr. Jesus is everything. Talking about music,
Mm-hmm.
you talk about me.
All right.
Good.
And so how did you just come up with, the name itself, Dr. Jesus?
Yeah, so I'm a kind of a person who always want to be different from what other people are doing.
Mm-hmm.
So I always wish and want to create new things and new experiences. So I've been trying to look for a name which is going to fit my brand as a gospel artist. And I never wanted to copy it from anybody, or maybe to put a nickname which maybe won't have value. So Dr. Jesus came up as a result. There was a time that I was recording, I was doing some projects, and I could just do some kind of intro, some doing by name, but there's some kind of intro. No, maybe you put your name and everything. So this tag of Dr. Jesus, they represent. The Castango came up, and I said, I think this thing, it's popping up. So I had to sit down and analyze it, and I realized to say everything about me is everything that I have today is about God, and everything about me is God who has provided everything. So instead of me saying I'm an ambassador of Christ, because that name has always been on people's mouths, so I said, okay, I think I'll be Dr. Jesus, the representer. So I'm Dr. Jesus, the representer. So I sure. So I don't finish it, because I always want people to ask me that, why are you Jesus?
Yeah.
Then I have to explain to say, okay, so I'm Dr. Jesus, but the meaning is this: I'm Dr. Jesus, the representer.
The representer.
Definitely.
And so let's talk about different places where you do some performances. Probably
Good.
maybe churches.
Definitely.
Maybe just in different maybe venues where you perform when you've got a gospel concert.
Definitely.
The name is introduced as Dr. Jesus on stage. How do you feel?
Oh, I feel the goosebumps. And whenever they mention me, because I do attend most of the corporate events, church events, talking about concerts and maybe overnights. And whenever they say, now can we welcome Dr. Jesus on stage?
Dr. Jesus on stage.
The people could stand still and see who the person is. Who is he? Just the name itself gives people so much questions. So much questions. And probably even to me myself, when they just announced to say Dr. Jesus, I think I always now expose myself in such a kind of way that, I'm going on the stage and I need to do something different from what other people are doing. So definitely it gives me so much energy and goosebumps at the end of the day. And when I go on stage, it's fire.
Awesome. Let's talk about music. Where are we now?
We're slowly moving. I can say music is a process, and I can say I'm learning little by little. But what I can say is that I'm not where I was yesterday, because every day for me I took it as in I took it I took it as a learning process to me. So every day I do learn, every day I do learn. At the end of the day, when the day ends, I think I need to learn 2 or 3 things in music. So I can say I'm doing extremely well.
Extremely well.
Definitely.
Any new songs, an album to the name Dr. Jesus?
Yes, there is an album already. I released it, I think, in 2020.
2020.
Yeah, I was supposed to release it in 2018, 2019, but because of COVID-19, that when it started. So I delayed a little bit and I released it in 2020. So then the album was named after Dr. Jesus. So it is on air, on Boomplay and all the streaming platforms. Those want to stream an album.
All right,
So
and
it's
so
already there.
do you sing in the church choir as well? Probably, maybe, do you have, a choir where you belong to?
Definitely. So sometimes people ask me a lot of questions because the way I do things as a solo artist and the way I do things when I'm at church is different. So I'm a choir. I'm a choir master.
You're a choir master.
Definitely. So I'm a choir master. I have a group of people, a choir papa church. I'm the one that leads them, and I'm a praise
The choir
director.
conductor.
Definitely, I'm a choir conductor. So when you talk about choir, when you talk about conducting the group, I definitely know. When you talk about music church, talking about praise team, I'm a praise leader, I'm a director, I'm a music director.
Oh, okay.
So I look at I look at the responsibilities at church to look at the music perspective. Where music is concerned, everything should pass through Dr. Jesus.
Let's talk about the type of gospel songs you do. You do rap gospel?
Definitely, I'm a
Rap
rapper.
gospel, you're into rap.
Yes, I'm into rap.
And how do you find it in terms of being appreciated on the market?
Right now, I can say now they're embracing the culture of gospel hip hop in Zambia and mostly in churches, so to say. Because I remember some few years ago when I go on the stage, not only me but even other people, people could just start coming out of the church or maybe start booing you, bullying you, or maybe telling you to say no, this kind of music is it's not holy. This is just for your bodies, and it says so. But this time around, they have understood to say this is also the way that they can use mostly us youths to preach. Because I use that as a preaching aspect to an audience. Because gospel hip hop is a rap. Rap is same as I'm preaching direct. Because when a pastor is preaching, there's nothing like he's going to start singing. He will be just speaking it direct. So that's the way we do, but we do it in such a way that there's a beat, and now you start spitting out bars or you start spitting out the message that you have. So right now, I think people are embracing it, and mostly in our churches, they're embracing it. And for me, I can say whenever I put up on the stage, I think it is a wow to me. It is a wow to me, and
awesome.
It gives me a go ahead.
A go ahead.
Definitely.
Awesome. And it's good that Dr. Jesus, you back with a bang, and you're talking of the album which was released in the year 2020, and you're talking the year 2023 is going to be a bomb according to you, and
Definitely.
You've got a number of songs lined up for this year.
Yeah.
So let's talk about maybe the challenges. In everything when we talk about music as a gospel artist, you might go through what we call ups and downs.
Definitely.
The challenges.
Definitely.
What are some of the challenges you're facing?
The challenges that I do face personally is because everything is about myself. I don't have a manager. I don't have a promoter. Sometimes they just do come when I have a project. Then when the project goes, they also go. So I do face some challenges. Maybe where financial financial support is concerned.
Financial matters.
Yeah, because talking about recording, I think since I'm a music producer, wherever that I go, maybe to studios, I don't usually pay such big amounts of money. And so to say, I also have a recording studio, which also allows me to record because I'm a CEO. So it allows me to record.
The CEO himself.
Definitely. So with recordings and everything, I think I don't have a challenge. But the only challenge that I have is when it comes to promoting, because it involves a lot of monies. You need to plan. You need to have people around you who are going to help you, put everything together. And definitely, maybe everything that you are shooting, that you are looking for, you need to provide as an artist. So not only that, also I'm also having difficulties in putting every program together because I'm the everything.
Everything.
Definitely, I'm the
Right.
secretary,
You're
the
the umbrella.
treasurer. Yeah, so putting
You got to
everything
employ me as especially a treasurer.
with no, with immediate effect. I employ you as a manager with immediate effect.
I love that. And so I'm chilling with Dr. Jesus this
Yeah,
afternoon, and
sure.
in case you have a question, you have a contribution, you can give me a call 0962870921 and 0953448551. In case you want to talk to the brother, he's in the studios this afternoon, and his name is Dr. Jesus. He's a gospel artist.
Sure.
And if you have a question, you have a contribution, you can give us a call, and he will be able to respond to your questions. Or indeed, you can come up with contributions if at all you have contributions. 0962870921 and 0953448551. Those are the numbers. This is the Millennium Urban, and I'm chilling with the brother here. Dr. Jesus is in the building talking over the brand new songs with the Golden Praise, as well as Smith God is Able.
God is able. And these two songs are, in fact, from the album. I'm dropping an album very soon.
Okay.
I can say in June, 2nd June, I'll be dropping an album.
Okay.
I can say my second album, and I can say it will be epic because I have a lot of people in this album. I have people, bigger names, so to say, that have helped me together to put up this album. So definitely.
And how easy do you find it to write songs? Do you write songs on your own, or maybe you've got the script writer, the content person who comes up with the whole content, and then all you do is just to go on the mic?
Now, all I can say is, as I said it earlier on, I'm a composer. I do compose. I do come up with the concepts and everything, but I cannot lie. Sometimes when we are recording and somebody comes through and say, "I think you need to change this line. Why try? Can't you try to put up this another line?" Then I say, "Okay, that's cool. Sounds cool." So, like for my music, because it is my own brand, and it seems like I'm the one that knows. I'm the grace carrier, in short. I really know what I want to achieve at the end of the day.
Have you featured some of the artists in your songs?
Definitely, I have a number of artists that have, even talking about singles, I have a couple of people talking about Yellow Dove, Antonio Manamuke, talking about the Coppola Pasta.
The Coppola Pasta,
definitely. So because these people, we are in the same category. So rap kind of gospel, and I also have Brother Vusi. I think he's been doing well. I also have other guys. I also have Mama Moshimulusa.
Okay.
In fact, in my coming up album, I have Mami Moshimulusa.
Okay.
So I've featured quite a number of bigger names because I know that it will be worth it, and it's been awesome working with these people because they have helped me. I've learned a lot. In fact, not only helping me, but I've learned a lot from them, knowing to say they're pioneers of gospel music. Not only gospel, but music in general. So definitely.
All right, let's see if we can pick a call here.
Definitely.
All right, we've lost you. You can call us back on 0962870921 and 0953448551 in case you have a question to Dr. Jesus.
The representative.
You can as well come through, and let's see what we can do. Few questions you have, or maybe you have a contribution to make. You can give us a call on 0962870921 and 0953448551. And so while we wait for a call, Dr. Jesus, a number of issues with regard to gospel music. You've gone into rap gospel.
Yes, of course.
As a gospel rapper.
Definitely.
And then we've seen a number of gospel artists, sometimes not coming together, maybe giving each other ideas, or just to direct you on to be on the right path. What's your advice to those upcoming artists who want to venture into rap gospel? Do you encourage them to go the same route you've gone?
I think the first thing that I can say is everyone, before you start anything, I think a passion must drive in you. So everybody should have a passion and a choice as well. So people are talented in different ways. They may be a singer, it can be, or they can be, I mean, a rap artist. But all I can say is, if they feel to say rap is what I'm called for, or rap is what I do better, and when I do this, people appreciate and I feel okay with it, I think they must go with it. Because at the end of the day, you need to do something that you feel like this is me. I should not do something like, because I watch Malembe, so I need to do everything about the way Malembe does things. No, then that's a copycat. Then I'm not going to manage that. So as an upcoming artist, you need to stick to your style. If you know that you are a rapper and you are ready to start learning, because music is learning, it's a learning process. Then you venture into it, and at the end of the day, you start learning, and it's a process and everything that comes in. So the answer, my answer I can say is that you need to stay true to yourself, and also knowing to say, oh, this is me, and when I do this, definitely I'm going to put my energy, I'm going to put everything about me, and people are going to love and like it.
All right.
So definitely.
All right, and so we're picking calls on 0962870921 and 0953448551. My guest this afternoon is Dr. Jesus. In case you have a question or a contribution to make, or indeed a word of encouragement to the brother, you can as well dial the numbers 0962870921 and 0953448551. He'll be able to appreciate or to respond to your question this afternoon. Let's talk about now Dr. Jesus.
Yes.
Many of the times you do, the song, the audio, of course, it can be a very nice song, and then it's got no video. How many songs have you done videos with? Of course, talking about the album. Cool. An album probably maybe comprises of maybe 10 or more songs.
Yeah, so my recent, my previous album, I did about 21 songs. But I only managed to do about 3 videos from the same album. But talking about singles, I have a couple of singles that I've done that I've done videos, sorry. So all I can say is this time around, learning about the process of music and everything, I've understood to say I think it is worth it also having an audio and video all together, because when you put it there, I think YouTube must be busy. Also, these other platforms must also be busy, talking about streaming on platforms. So, like for me, this time around, what I do is whenever I'm releasing an audio, there must be also a video, so that when they want people to watch, definitely I'll direct them to say, okay, this is the link, go and watch the video on my YouTube channel. So I have a couple of videos on my YouTube. I have a couple of videos about 12 plus videos, that I've released, talking about singles and maybe 2-3 songs from my previous album. And my previous album, I think it was a learning process, though it wasn't that perfect. I even say this time around, if I can really record it, it can be a fire.
It can be fire, yeah.
Definitely. So I have 12 plus videos on my YouTube.
And so, given a chance for you to feature one of these gospel artists in Zambia, who can you work with? Who do you like? You feel like if I feature this person in my debut single, probably maybe you want to do a remix. Who do you want to work with in this case?
I always look up to, I always have, in my mind, I always have 2 people, talking about Pompey and Maggie 44. I think looking at the type of music that I do, these are the bigger pioneers. These are big people that have pioneered in gospel hip hop, talking about Zambia, because you cannot talk about Zambian hip hop leaving these 2 names away. So Mag 44 and Pompey, but Mag 44 does for me, because Pompey is some kind of light when he's doing the rap and everything. But like for me, when I'm doing the rap, if you can hear from my songs, there's that energy and everything, and that's how even Mag 44 comes in. There's that energy and everything that it does. So Mag 44 definitely is the person that I always look up to just work with him, and I know one day it will definitely come to pass.
It will definitely come to pass.
Definitely.
And so you did mention that this year is a year to to make headways in terms of your projects.
Yes.
What should people expect in the next 2 years or so?
In the next 2 years, Dr. Jesus will be worldwide. I'll come here and testify this. I think the listener should write this in the notebook. 2 years from now, I'll be worldwide. Dr. Jesus will be worldwide. I'm working hard, and I'm persisting in such a way that I see myself 2 years from now as a bigger artist, not only in Zambia. That's my
worldwide.
Yeah, just worldwide. I'll go international, not because I do not because I do Bemba songs or whatever local language songs that I do, but I'll go worldwide because artwork definitely makes somebody to be on the scene. Because if you're working so much hard, then definitely you're going to be spotted, even if you are on a mad. So 2 years from now, Dr. Jesus will be definitely on the world billboard.
International.
Definitely.
Artist of
And
all times.
I'll come and prove it. I'll come after 2 years.
All right.
Yeah.
So let's talk about Dr. Jesus. We talk about your music. Well, in this case, people are interested to be listening to your songs.
Cool.
Where do they find your songs? Do you have platforms where people can just log in, maybe Google, and then they download your songs?
Yes, definitely. This time is I can say we are in a technology time where everything is easy to find. So there's nothing like no first in kaipeza nimbo mu computer munzanga pachana na. So this time around there's also these other platforms like streaming platforms. So whenever I release a song or an album, I always submit it to the streaming platforms. Talk about Spotify, Deezer, talk about Boomplay, the most recent downloaded application. So my own music, everything that I've done since I think 2015, everything I've done, they are on media. Talking about media, they are on streaming platforms. So my songs, they can find them on streaming platforms. Maybe using any search engine, Google, they just write Smith. The name is Smith Dr. Jesus, just like that.
Okay, so, Smith Dr. Jesus.
Smith Dr. Jesus. Then definitely, I'm always putting when I'm doing maybe some videos and some artworks, I always put the clown. That's also some part of the brand.
Oh, okay.
So maybe when they search it, I come up maybe with most of the photos with a clown. So that is me. So it's Smith Dr. Jesus. Talking about my YouTube channel, it's just Smith Dr. Jesus. Talking about TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, everything. So they can find my music everywhere, just on the click or just with the click of that phone. They definitely find my music.
You find your music.
Definitely.
Awesome. And so your concluding remarks, Dr. Jesus. As we about to wind up, that's when phones are flashing. But unfortunately, time is
gone.
The best ally.
Definitely.
And so we come to the end of the program. Your concluding remarks.
Thank you so much. So my concluding remarks is I'm having an album this year, and I'm releasing it on 2nd of June. 2023, and on the very day, to be on Friday, I'll be having a concert, and it will be an album launch to a concert. The venue will be announced because everything now is being on place. But I think before Sunday, tomorrow, the other day, the place will be announced. So all I can say is that you can find me wherever that you are chatting me. In phone, you definitely find me. The names that I use are Smith Dr. Jesus on all platforms. It's Smith Dr. Jesus, and of course, if you have events, I definitely come through. If you have corporate events, I do definitely come through. Do you have parties? Talking about concerts, not only concerts, but even these other events that people host. Talking about corporate events, so I definitely do. So if you want me to do and grace that event, definitely you holler at me. The number is 0972 799431. 0972 799431. Definitely you get back and talk to me. So that's about me.
All right. I'd love to say thank you so much, although you came in a bit late. But
definitely.
I hope next time you come in good time.
I'll come.
So that we can have a longer period of discussing your projects.
Sure.
I'd love to say thank you so much for finding time to come to the studios this afternoon.
I appreciate. Thank you so much, and even for the management and everything. I'm really humbled for this platform. It really helps us.
Awesome. And so my guest was Dr. Jesus this afternoon. He was talking about the brand new songs as well as the journey in the music industry, and of course the album coming album to be launched on the 2nd of June. And so